Chilean food. Oh man. Where do I start? There are these things called completos, which are like super famous in Chile. They're these hot dogs, which are just like foot long hot dogs. Uh, and they're so good. It has the hot dog, and it has avocado, and then tomato, and they put a ton of mayonnaise on it. And so they're so good, and I miss them so much. They have churrascos, which are really good. It's kind of like a hamburger. Those are really good. Those are kind of like the typical like things that you'll find on the streets. French fries, and so completos. They're known for their completos. And so there's this place, there's a shop called Corbatas, and they have completos, which are like a feet to 2 feet long, just huge. And those are fun to get. And they're really cheap too, so it's nice. What else about the food? So the typical like food that I ate the most is rice and chicken. And I was not the biggest fan near the end of my mission after 2 years of eating that, but they eat a lot of rice and a lot of chicken. Their salad is they have lettuce like chopped up with lemon, and that is so good. I love that. For desserts, they say postre, and a typical postre is like a fruit. So they give you like a banana or like a yogurt. So that's kind of nice because after like a heavy meal, they just give you a little fruit. Something about what they always do is oil. They add oil to everything. It's incredible. You'll have like this beautiful salad, and then they just come with a bottle of oil and just dump it over it. And so there's a lot of oil there. They cook with a ton of oil. Uh, that's okay. It's Chilean. And I had cow stomach one time. That was interesting. Very interesting. I, what else did I have? There's this soup that they have, which is like the blood of a sheep, which is very famous. It's very famous in southern Chile. And, um, man, there's this thing called flan. It's a dessert. It's very, it's a weird texture. It's kind of like jello, but it's like caramel. And so they love their flan. And they have a ton of flan, arroz con leche, which is rice with milk. And yeah, it's just so different, yet you get used to it and you just eat it. So they have these things, almacenes, almacenes. I'm not sure how to say it. Shoot. They have these little shops. And they're everywhere. They're on every corner. They're just part of people's houses. They just start these little shops. And you go and you can buy whatever. And so they have shops everywhere, and we would always get what's called penguinos, which are really good. They're like ding dongs here. And so they're like these chocolate cupcakes, and they're called penguinos, and they're really good. And we'd get those. At nighttime, sometimes we would get completos if we were hungry. While we were walking home, we would go get some completos. And there's just a bunch of little things. I always snacked on Oreos. There's Oreos at the grocery stores, and I'd always have my little milk and Oreos at the end of the night, just kind of celebrate, you know.